What's up, everybody? It's Vwap and Groper, and this is the LeapFrog V3 indicator here. This indicator was created to do mass Vwap analysis across a broad spectrum of markets in rapid succession. This indicator was created for my VIP members to follow my analysis alongside with me. And if you want the tool, go ahead and check the description of this video. This is a private script on TradingView, and it generates dynamic supports and resistances on key dates and times. And so when you pull up LeapFrog V3 on your chart, it's pretty bare bones. It's just a monthly strategy. The current and previous monthly VWAPs here. As you can see, we're looking at Ripple. They've pinched quite nicely here, and we're building some strength on top of the current and previous monthly VWAPs. And so Ripple's poised to potentially see some upside volatility here. But this is the bare bones strategy, just the current previous monthly VWAPs with a little 5-day simple moving average, that black line there, just to cut the fluff away and let you know what the real trend is. And so you can see back here, we were in a strong uptrend here on Ripple. And so if you only long in uptrends and only short in downtrends of the 5-day simple moving average, you will save a lot of money and a lot of embarrassment for yourself. So that's what that black line is for. It's not a VWAP. There's no volume component to this thing. It's just a simple average of the last 1,440 candles on the 5-minute chart. In other words, it's a fixed 5-day moving average. So it's a pretty big time frame moving average, and it does a pretty good job of discerning what the overall medium-term trend is. And so these VWAPs are going to give you some pretty big ideas, and you do want to trust them, but you want to let the 5-day simple moving average shepherd you to success. And so often what you'll see is that with VWAPs, this doesn't happen all the time, but when you get a new period, such as this new month of January that spawned, oftentimes price likes to retread back to the previous period. And this happens on a monthly scale, a weekly scale, a daily scale. And so when you go into the settings of the LeapFrog, you'll see all these different VWAPs that are enableable here. You've got quarterly VWAPs, previous year's quarterly VWAPs, a weekly strategy, and a daily strategy. Now there's also some custom VWAPs that you could manipulate and change the dates of here yourself. I got 2 of them here. And so altogether, you've got 16 customizable VWAPs and a customizable fixed simple moving average that you can use there too. And other than that, it's a very simple indicator. It just has a bunch of VWAPs on it. And so we enabled all the VWAPs. Now your orange VWAPs are going to be your weekly VWAPs. And the green VWAPs are going to be the daily VWAPs. And so you've got the current and the previous. Now you can see on Bitcoin, we're dealing with a potential bearish daily leapfrog here. And I believe that yesterday, okay, where's Monday here? When does Monday start? Was it this candle right here? Yeah, it's this VWAP. So this is also a weekly VWAP here. I believe this previous daily VWAP is covering the orange. Yeah, see, there's that orange VWAP there. So the previous daily VWAP happens to also be the weekly VWAP, but you can see here on Bitcoin that there is a potential weekly leapfrog back to that previous week down there. So if things get bearish, you'll know what's going on here on Bitcoin based on these leapfrogs. The only thing is, do you want to short when we are in a strong 5-day uptrend, that black line there? Not necessarily. But if this 5-day simple comes up like this, and the price is, does this, and then we get under it, and then we start heading down, and then that 5-day simple starts sloping down, then you've got the short, and you know where the target is. It's this VWAP down here. And so let that 5-day simple moving average shepherd you to where the VWAPs are saying things might want to go. And don't gamble your whole account on these moves, because you're never guaranteed anything in technical analysis. But if you do the backtesting with LeapFrog and with anchored VWAPs, you could always use this anchored VWAP drawing tool on the left to do draw your own VWAPs, but you don't want to do that when you're going over like dozens of crypto charts. You need a tool like LeapFrog to auto generate things. But one thing I'm really watching on Bitcoin is we got a new quarter. We got Q1 here, and is it possible that Bitcoin wants to retread back to the previous quarter? Now we are in a very hypey bull market, and so I don't want this video to age bad, so I'm not going to say whether I really think it's going to go down there or not. But if it does go down there, then this video will age especially well if this LeapFrog play plays out. Now, previous quarters, we did get successful LeapFrogs. You can see as soon as Q4 begins, we dump down to that Q3 anchor there, the yellow line. As soon as Q3 began, it took a while, but we eventually made that surge up to that Q2 VWAP there. And when Q2 began, we made that dump down to the year-to-date there. And so these things take time. It can take weeks for the LeapFrogs to play out, but the VWAPs are no joke. And when you run super hard from a quarterly VWAP, there typically is a reckoning when that new quarter comes. And so take this LeapFrog, guys. Take these powerful, dynamic, volume-weighted supports and resistances, and I want you to do great things with them this year. I don't want you to gamble with it. And pair it with Market Cipher B as well. Let me go over a setup that happened earlier this year just to give you an example of why Market Cipher B is so good with LeapFrog V3. Now, we go to the turn of one of these big LeapFrogs here. Let me go on the daily chart here. And we're going to look at this April, what was going on up here with the waves. And you can see that on Market Cipher, we were looking bearish. The waves were trending to the downside down there, and the price was stalling out. And so you had a big bear div and a downside target, that previous quarter's VWAP. Now, at the turn of Q3, we're opening up here. You think maybe it goes straight up there, but it does not. We get pushed away from that previous quarter's VWAP, and it takes a while to build a case. We got to build this bullish Market Cipher B double bottom here, and we got to close a daily candle over that yellow Q3 VWAP before we start making that extended move back to that previous quarter's VWAP there. And so in both these cases, we've got Market Cipher B, and we've got the daily candle closes on the right side of the VWAP. And so that's the kind of model that I want you guys to follow here. Obviously, we are aware that because a new quarter started, that it's likely that we go down to that previous quarter, but we don't have to. Not necessarily, especially if it's a very strong trending blow-off-y end to a crypto bull run. And so I would say that, while we're over all these VWAPs, we're over all VWAPs right now. Things are looking pretty bullish, but if the 5-day simple pulls us back into a downtrend, you get a bearish weekly LeapFrog, we pull that 5-day simple back into a downtrend, then you can start seeing how it becomes more likely to get this larger correction down. This is my gift to you guys because I love the trading community. The trading world has always had my back. From the moment I became an adult, I have served this community of traders, and so it's my passion to create solutions for you guys and to help you guys and be a part of this Market Cipher wave. And so this is my contribution. Hopefully this tool helps you guys, and hopefully it speeds up your analysis. And I look forward to using it with you guys this year to make a shitload of money. So God bless you guys. I hope you've had a nice new year. You guys have a good one.